Most web pages consist of a stack of sections on top of each other, kind of like this. Developers usually implement this by creating matching components and then listing them in their template. Components can be used multiple times, reordered, and configured via props. Kind of like this. Let's look at how to move this kind of experience from a code side of things to Orbitype and allow content editors to work in exactly the same way. Let's start by moving over the information from our template to Orbitype. In your pages table, make sure there's a sections column. This column will be of the type JSON and hold the encoded information. Each component in our template here will be described as an object in Orbitype. This includes its properties with values as well as its name. By nesting the name under the _orbi namespace, we hide it from the visual tree editor, as content editors do not need to worry about this. Back in our view template, let's replace the hard-coded section list with a dynamic loop. Here we are using a AnySection component that I will explain in a second, and fetch our page data with Orbitype's API. Then for each object in our pages sections array, we will render the corresponding component and inject its data. The AnySection component combines glob importing with dynamic component rendering. Something like this can be achieved in any front-end framework, including React and Angular. In this example, we are using Vue. First, we import all our available components with a glob import, map them to their actual default values, and then render a component based on the _orbi component value. The same one we defined here inside Orbitype. Whatever data is included in the object will be injected into the props of this component with vbind. The result is exactly the same layout, but now controlled inside Orbitype. Content editors can now modify the sections and compose them in any way they want without the need of a code change. Let me demonstrate. Switch to the visual tree view, and as you can see, you get an automatically generated GUI for the data. We can now modify the properties of the sections. Reorder them, or add completely new sections. All inside Orbitype. After saving, we can reload our front end, and as you see, all changes have been applied. This system allows content editors to work exactly the same way a developer would. They can use the available section components, configure them with props, add new sections, remove sections, and reorder them. This means there is zero abstraction between the components developers create and the components content editors use, making things simple, flexible, and powerful.